Hey, hey there, what do you say there? Beautiful day there. We are back at it, taking a crack at it as we crack open another book and get a wonderful look. For some more wisdom of the ages, welcome back to the Pranic Pages. This is Jerome Shaw, host of the Open Palm Podcast, motivator, meditator, and if you have not checked out the playlist, before we say this, go ahead and check it out to see even more. And that playlist, of course, is called the Pranic Pages. So today we are actually taking a look at a book called Autonomy. Now, this is Autonomy from our friend Frederick Owino Oduor. Mr. Frederick Owino Oduor wrote this book recently. It's called Autonomy. And from the lovely folks with Arik and Frederick, I remember some years ago when they started the dry fasting group. And really, it was just the fasting group at first. You know, people could do whatever fast they like. You know, juice fasting, water fasting, dry fasting, air feasting, like we like to say, with prana days or freedom days. But it's since grown exponentially on WhatsApp, and they've expanded. They now have their own YouTube channel, and now Frederick has come out with his book. So I had to go ahead and grab it on Amazon. Much love to you, Frederick. Much love to you, Arik. And thank you for just continuing to spread the message, continuing to spread the news, and letting people know that they can do it too, So let's crack open this book. And I'm sure that we're gonna have a few goodies inside here because, this is coming from people who have interviewed other people who are on this journey, but not just this pranic living journey, but autonomy, autonomous beings who occasionally they neither drink nor eat nor sleep. So I think this is going to be interesting because he's done a lot of interviews with them, and this is my first time ever reading this book, so I haven't actually read this yet, so this is going to be a fresh reading with you. Introduction. Types of pain and thoughts. And this will be an informal reading, so we might touch here and there on some highlights. The idea that pain can be categorized into two types: destructive and constructive, is a concept that has been explored by various philosophers and thinkers. The notion is that destructive pain is harmful and has no apparent benefit, while constructive pain has a purpose and can lead to growth or positive outcomes. Sickness can indeed be an example of destructive pain, since it can cause harm and has no apparent benefit. On the other hand, discomfort during fasts can be considered constructive pain, since it has a purpose and can lead to spiritual or physical benefits. Similarly, the idea that certain thoughts can be categorized as negative or positive is a common one. Worry, fear, and anxiety are often seen as negative, since they can be distressing and can have adverse effects on mental and physical health. In contrast, creative thinking and problem-solving thoughts can be considered positive, since they can lead to growth, innovation, and positive outcomes. It's worth noting, however, that not all negative thoughts are inherently bad, and not all positive thoughts are inherently good. Sometimes negative thoughts can lead to positive outcomes, such as recognizing potential risks or addressing a problem before it escalates. Likewise, positive thoughts can sometimes lead to negative outcomes if they are unrealistic or ignore potential risks. Ultimately, it is essential to understand the context and potential outcomes of thoughts and experiences to determine their value and impact. Fasting is a positive pain. All right. Chapter 1. Autonomy. Autonomy is the ability to make one's own decisions and act on them without being influenced by outside forces. It involves having the freedom and independence to make choices and take actions that align with one's values, goals, and preferences. Autonomy can be applied to various aspects of life, including psychological, physical, spiritual, societal, financial, and health. Psychological autonomy refers to the ability to make decisions about one's thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. It involves being able to express oneself freely and assertively without feeling coerced or controlled by others. Individuals who have psychological autonomy are better equipped to cope with stress, anxiety, and other emotional challenges. Physical autonomy involves having control over one's body and physical actions. It involves being able to make decisions about one's health and well-being, such as choosing what to eat, how to exercise, and what medical treatments to undergo. Spiritual autonomy involves the freedom to explore and develop one's own spiritual beliefs and practices. It involves being able to make decisions about what one believes and how one expresses those beliefs. Societal autonomy refers to the ability to participate fully in a society and make decisions that affect one's social and political standing. It involves having the freedom to express one's opinions and beliefs, and to engage in activities that promote social injustice or social justice and equality. Financial autonomy involves having control over one's financial resources and being able to make decisions about how to spend, save, and invest money. It involves having the resources and knowledge to make informed decisions about financial matters. Health autonomy involves having control over one's health and healthcare decisions. It involves being able to make decisions about medical treatments, preventative care, and lifestyle choices that affect one's health. Overall, autonomy is a fundamental aspect of personal freedom and well-being. Having autonomy in all aspects of life allows individuals to live accordingly to their own values and beliefs, and to achieve their own goals and aspirations. It has to do with total freedom from all bondages. This could be cultural, societal, modern age, food programming, and all the slavery. Freedom to take your health back. Freedom to be free from the system. So much damage has been done with censoring information. What I'm about to share is to help you take full authority of your life. It is time to take your life back. Your physical, emotional, and psychological power back. You need to just be yourself instead of being like a robot, always programmed. How can you know if you are free? How can you know if you are free? It is about how you handle new information. Are you open to new information? Can you take responsibility for your own life? The question of human freedom and control is a complex and deeply philosophical one, with many different perspectives and interpretations. Some would argue that true freedom involves the ability to make choices and decisions for oneself without undue influence or coercion from external forces. However, in reality, it can be difficult to determine whether we are truly free or under some form of control. There are many systems and structures in society that can influence our choices and actions, including economical, political, and social factors. For example, our upbringing, education, and cultural background may all play a role in shaping our beliefs and values, which in turn can influence the choices we make. Moreover, in many cases, we may be subject to various forms of external control, whether explicit or implicit. For example, government laws and regulations, workplace policies, and societal norms can all constrain our actions and limit our choices in various ways. Ultimately, the question of whether we are free or under control may depend on our individual circumstances and experiences. Some may feel that they have a high degree of personal autonomy and choice, while others may feel that they are heavily influenced or constrained by external factors. Our experiences of freedom and control may be shaped by a wide range of factors. Autonomy is a term coined by Anastasia Zilevich, who I also interviewed, and I might even plug her interview down in the description for you, which refers to freedom and all-around liberty. It all begins with one's mindset and how they perceive and conceptualize things. Autonomy involves freedom from food programs and all other systems that have constrained us. City life refers to the lifestyle and culture of people living in urban areas where there is a high population density and a range of social, economic, and cultural activities available. Living in a city can offer a range of benefits, such as access to job opportunities, entertainment, education, and cultural experiences. However, it can also have its challenges and drawbacks, such as noise pollution, traffic congestion, and high cost of living. One of the defining features of city life is the fast-paced and dynamic environment. Cities are often bustling with activity, with people moving quickly to get to work, school, or other activities. The constant movement and energy can be both invigorating and exhausting, depending on one's perspective. The diversity of people and cultures in a city can also make it a vibrant and stimulating place to live, with a variety of social and cultural events and activities available. Another aspect of city life is the range of infrastructure and services available. Cities typically have well-developed transportation systems such as buses, trains, subways that allow people to travel easily and quickly around the city. They also tend to have a wide range of shopping, dining, and entertainment options, with everything from high-end luxury boutiques to street food vendors. Additionally, cities often have top-tier healthcare facilities, educational institutions, and cultural institutions like museums, theaters, and galleries. However, there are also downsides to city life. One major issue is the cost of living, which can be significantly higher than in rural or suburban areas. Housing prices are often steep, and basic necessities like food and transportation can also be more expensive. Another challenge is the high level of pollution and environmental degradation that can occur in cities, with air and water pollution being major concerns. Additionally, the fast-paced and sometimes stressful nature of city life can take a toll on people's mental and physical health, leading to issues like anxiety, depression, and burnout. Have you ever experienced some of these? Overall, city life can offer a wealth of opportunities and experiences, but it also comes with its own set of challenges and drawbacks. The key to thriving in a city is to find a balance that works for one's individual needs and priorities. Whether that means embracing the energy and excitement of the urban environment or seeking out quieter, more peaceful pockets of the city to call home. The concept of life is one that has been debated and discussed for centuries, with philosophers, theologians, and scientists all attempting to uncover its true meaning. When we consider city life as a case study, we can observe how the constraints and demands of modern society can impact our mental and emotional well-being. One of the most significant constraints of city life is transportation. People living in urban areas often have to navigate traffic, public transportation, and long commutes to get to work or school. This can create stress and anxiety as people worry about being late or missing important appointments. Fast food and meal times can also be a challenge in the city. Many people rely on fast food or takeout due to their busy schedules, which can have negative effects on their health. In addition, the need to adhere to strict reporting and home times can create pressure and stress, leading to mental health issues such as depression and anxiety. Humans are inherently programmed to follow rules, as it allows us to live in communities and work together towards common goals. However, when these rules become too rigid or restrictive, they can cause significant harm. This is especially true when it comes to our mental and emotional well-being. Taking breaks, going on vacations to nature, the ocean, or simply living in the moment can help alleviate the stress and pressure of city life. It allows us to reconnect with ourselves and our surroundings, and reminds us of the beauty and wonder of life beyond the demands of society. Ultimately, the meaning of life is a deeply personal and subjective concept. However, it is clear that our mental and emotional well-being are critical components of a fulfilling and meaningful existence. By recognizing the constraints and pressures of modern society and taking steps to prioritize our mental health, we can live more fulfilling and authentic lives, regardless of where we live. When we consider city life as a case study, we can observe how the constraints and demands of modern society can impact our mental and emotional well-being. One of the most significant constraints of city life is transportation. People living in urban areas... Okay, it repeats itself. Okay. Anastasia practiced living without food and drink for up to 6 months for a period of 2 years. But she has since returned to consuming food. She has incorporated movements like walking all day and night, which has resulted in extremely strong leg muscles. At the time of writing, she lived in Nungui Beach, where she sits on the ground and walks barefoot, changing positions regularly to avoid draining her energy. She consumes food once a week, mainly smoothies, as she is a liquidarian. Her tips on this practice include finding a partner or group of like-minded people, starting with shorter periods of fasting, showing love and kindness to others, engaging in activities like dancing at night, right? Get yourself a dance dinner. Some people believe that Anastasia is mentally unwell, as she is seen as a roaming person by locals. However, in her own words, it is not possible for a person to live without food. Therefore, during days when she eats, she consumes plant-based foods and avoids animal products due to karma. Oduor is a fascinating case. She was once overweight, weighing over 150 kgs, but now claims to have lived without food for almost 3 years. Oduor talks of everything around food is just programming, which can be reprogrammed at one's own levels. People from all over the world have different eating cultures because it is what they were taught to do with their parents, who learnt the same from the people who lived ahead of them, ancestors. When she eats fruits, she becomes sick. She talks about having very high intuition and, as a baker, can sometimes tell the gender of the person whose birthday cake is ordered. Oduor discovered that she needed no food when she did a 21-day dry fast. These are individuals I have had several Zoom meetings with, but it is their own individual paths that can't be forced on anyone. Your choices are your responsibility. Pranic living and Breatharianism are two concepts that have become increasingly popular in recent years. Both of these lifestyles involve living without the need for food or water, relying instead on prana, or life force energy. However, while these two practices share some similarities, they also have some significant differences. In this article, we will explore the similarities, differences, definitions, origins, examples, and long-term benefits and risks of pranic living and Breatharianism. What is pranic living? Pranic living is a lifestyle in which an individual relies on prana, or life force energy, to sustain themselves. This energy is believed to come from the air, sun, and earth. Those who practice pranic living believe that they can access this energy through various breathing techniques and meditation practices. They may also engage in physical exercises that help to circulate this energy throughout the body. What is Breatharianism? Breatharianism is a lifestyle in which an individual claims to live without the need for food or water, relying solely on prana for sustenance. Those who practice Breatharianism believe that they can obtain this prana energy directly from the air and sunlight, without the need for any other sources of nourishment. Similarities between pranic living and Breatharianism. Both pranic living and Breatharianism involve the use of prana, or life force energy, to sustain oneself. Those who practice both lifestyles may engage in similar practices, such as meditation, breathing exercises, to access and circulate this energy throughout the body. Both pranic living and Breatharianism also require a significant amount of discipline and dedication to maintain. Differences between the two. While pranic living and Breatharianism share some similarities, there are also some significant differences between the two. The main difference between the two lifestyles is that pranic living involves prana to supplement one's diet, while Breatharianism involves living without the need for any other sources of nourishment. Those who practice pranic living may still consume small amounts of food and water, while those who practice Breatharianism claim to live without any food or water at all. This is only possible in a forest near a stream. Modern man, with the pollution, stress, and state of the physical body, is not recommended in this book. Definitions. Pranic living and Breatharianism are both lifestyles that involve the use of prana, life force, energy, and pranic living involves using prana to supplement one's diet. Origins. The concept of pranic living has its roots in ancient Indian philosophy and spirituality. The practice of pranayama, or breath control, has been a part of Indian spiritual practice for thousands of years. Pranic lifestyle activities are practices that aim to balance and enhance the flow of prana, or life energy, within the body. Meditation is one such activity that can promote pranic balance and enhance overall well-being. Meditation involves focusing the mind on a particular object, sound, or sensation to achieve a state of mental clarity, relaxation, and inner peace. During meditation, the body's pranic energy is concentrated and channeled, leading to increased vitality and mental clarity. Regular meditation practice has been shown to reduce stress, anxiety, and depression, and promote a sense of well-being. Other pranic lifestyle activities may include yoga, pranayama, breath exercises, tai chi, qigong, and other forms of energy work. These practices involve mindful movement, breath control, and visualization to enhance the flow of prana and improve physical, mental, and emotional health. In addition to these practices, a pranic lifestyle also involves paying attention to one's diet, sleep patterns, and daily routines. Eating a balanced diet, rich in fresh fruits and vegetables, getting adequate sleep, and maintaining a regular schedule can all help to promote optimal pranic balance and overall health. Some information on yoga, pranayama, tai chi, and qigong, and other forms of energy work. Yoga is a traditional practice that originated in ancient India and is now practiced worldwide. The practice involves physical postures, asanas, breath techniques, pranayama, and meditation. Yoga is known for its ability to improve flexibility, strength, balance, and mental clarity. It also has therapeutic benefits, such as reducing stress and anxiety, improving digestion, and promoting better sleep. Pranayama is a Sanskrit word that means extension of the life force. It is a set of breathing exercises that are used in yoga and other traditional practices. The techniques involve controlling the breath, either by slowing it down or by manipulating it in various ways. This practice is said to improve respiratory function, reduce stress and anxiety, and produce or promote mental clarity. Tai Chi is a Chinese martial art that involves slow, gentle movements and deep breathing. It is often practiced for health and wellness benefits rather than for combat. Tai Chi is known for its ability to improve balance, flexibility, and coordination, as well as to reduce stress and anxiety. Qigong is a Chinese practice that involves physical postures, breathing techniques, and meditation. It is often described as a moving meditation because the practice involves slow flowing movements. Qigong is said to improve physical and mental health by promoting relaxation, reducing stress, and improving circulation and respiratory function. So one is like, with Tai Chi, we move the body to move the energy. With Qigong, we move the energy to move the body. And Qigong, we have a lot of Qigong replays in our Patreon. Shout out to the Patreon members. And I'll plug that Patreon down there for you below. Other forms of energy work include Reiki, acupuncture, acupressure, and reflexology. These practices involve manipulating the body's energy fields either by using pressure points, needles, or other techniques. These practices are said to improve physical and mental health by promoting relaxation, reducing stress, improving circulation, and respiratory function. Seems like a trend here. You see a pattern? Reiki, acupuncture, acupressure, and reflexology are all forms of energy aimed to improve well-being by manipulating the body's energy system. Reiki is a Japanese technique that involves the laying of hands on the body to promote healing and relaxation. The practitioner channels energy into the client's body, helping to balance their energy and promote healing. Reiki is thought to be useful for reducing stress, relieving pain, improving sleep, and enhancing the body's natural abilities for healing. Acupuncture is a traditional Chinese medicine, or TCM practice, that involves inserting thin needles into specific points on the body to balance the body's energy and stimulate healing. Wow, we have so many practices. Don't you just love it? This is based on the belief that the body has channels and meridians through which energy flows, and that blockages in these channels can lead to physical or emotional symptoms. Acupuncture is often used to treat pain, stress, and other health issues. Acupressure is similar to acupuncture, but instead of using needles, it involves applying pressure to specific points on the body with the hands or fingers. Like acupuncture, acupressure is based on the belief that the body's energy flows through channels or meridians. Reflexology involves applying pressure to specific points on the feet, hands, and ears to stimulate healing in other parts of the body. It's based on the belief that each part of the body is connected to a corresponding point on the feet, hands, or ears, and that stimulating these points can help to balance the body's energy and promote healing. The benefits of these energy work practices include reduced stress and anxiety, improved sleep quality, pain relief, improved immune function, enhanced emotional well-being, increased relaxation and feelings of calm, improved digestion and other bodily functions, increased energy vitality, and I'm sure many, many more. Beautiful. So we'll go ahead and pause right there for now. That was just an introduction to autonomy with some energetic practices, understanding that we have so many modalities to rewire, reshape our mentality that actually forms a new reality, And as you embrace them and face them and taste them, it is only an eventuality, In a world that we are immersed in much sensuality, the overload and overabundance of information. But now, through this newer vibration, we are coming back full circle within this co-creation. I think this is something that is much needed in the nation. In this time where it is almost a celebration. So thank you so much for listening and glistening with this wisdom of the age as we are advancing to each stage. This has been Jerome Shaw, and thank you for turning the page.